definitely feels better to play Kai'Sa when you already have this much setup. Bloodhouse Rakan should come as a no-brainer. You have Engage already.
And they could utilize it to go in, find some team fights, find some action, make something happen. Let's do it. Let's jump into the Rift for game number 2.
I don't think Brion is lacking in that department.
Absolutely
So
not.
really, they might be the winner, and have been all along.
That was very bromantic of you.
I mean, I'm leading into it, Atlas. Gotta do something.
We'll make a bro lever out of you.
The bromantic comedy, a completely new genre of movie.
Love Bractually.
Third might be, what do you call it? Freljord. Freljord seems cool as well.
I feel like Freljord seems a little bit boring in my mind. Although I do often... Okay, that is a lot... That's just a solo kill. Okay, Morgan is just going to kill Frog. Is it Vandal City?
Well, not because Nara's prehistoric, so
or is he kind of like Encino Man, like he was thawed in Vandal City?
As we're just taking a look, yeah, Frog doesn't hit the W. Like, that would have been enough time for him, because that means that, you know, Morgan doesn't have the time to do all that before he times out.
Wait.
So, big
Shyvana
leader
can get
for
dragons?
This is what, like, the second dragon we've seen as Shyvana get.
Going for more that tanky route that we've seen cropping up more and more as Fate taking a fair bit of damage. Nice use of Valkyrie to say no to any action here. And that will be that. Maybe he can pick up the package.
Proactive dragoning?
There we go.
Sponge?
Well, that is what Sponge is going to do. He's going to utilize it, gets the burnout out. That's going to help him take this down pretty quickly. YoungJay going to move in as Nature's Grasp is looking for an angle. There is no Corki in sight though, and there is the quickness from Pleta to come on through here as Morgan. Decent number. There's the ulti out from Teddy, and everyone just bails on the situation. Frog tries to get thrown into the wall, but he is able to mitigate it very nicely. And that is just 3 grubs taken. Meganar now active and has teleport up and available, but this is just a Drake being taken here by DRX. And it's looking like Bro are going to do that give Dragon hope for the best strategy. We do know that that isn't necessarily the greatest of strategies based on what we saw in the last game. Will they try and find an angle? Will they try and find a fight is the question. Dragon's Descent comes out. That is going to be the answering ultimate here from YoungJay as they look for the Dragon. Pretty squishy is Sponge as the Hyperprocs do come in. Polo not going to quite find the engage that they're looking for though as Pleta's thrown around like a ragdoll. The Killer Instinct into the backline, but Pleta survives! And Samba not going to be so lucky. Sponge is going to breathe on him, takes down the Kai'Sa, and that was a bit of a whoopsie there from the bros.
That's the extra resistances, Atlas!
Oh,
that's the 2 dragons right there!
That's what I was thinking that whole time, was if only they had denied those couple of extra resistances. Is that Shyvana doesn't look that terrible at this point in time. Sponge getting the job done as he can Dragon Descent over this wall. He is going to come on in. Polo crashing down, Extendo Beam going to connect there as well, and Polo, he's very dead. See what DRX can get off the back end of this one as 1 minute until this Dragon does come up, and that is going to be sole point here for DRX. Complete monopoly on the Dragons, and this time they even have the Dragon. As Fate moving back into the mid lane, we'll be able to clear that one out.
Proc and TP actually on the ward there in the banana brush.
Yeah. This Dragon is actually pretty dangerous as well, does a fair bit of damage as now that teleport is coming in. Nature's Grasp is going to connect as Pleta looking for an angle, but Polo gonna have to try and crash his way out of this one. Rockets are going to miss as Teddy and Frog trying to fight this one out again. Samba just dives in, and this time it's Frog that just barely survives. Another Dragon is gonna go over to DRX, and Bro, they just can't quite find the team fights today.
Really worked hard on that one and just end up mattering too much.
Samba actually approaching the wave here, not sure about that one, but able to supercharge out of the grand entrance. Won't keep his turret alive though.
It feels very weird that that is the second turret taken this game.
Top side of the map alongside Fate here, and I do sound a little confused. It's because this game is not necessarily doing things that we are led to expect. In games like this, often, okay, well, there is going to be an engage onto YoungJay, throws down the ulti. He's able to phase rush his way out of there. And that is going to be some buttons pressed and not too much else found. Speaking of which, button pressed, not very much found. As Morgan does have teleport once again, and there is the descent Fair bit of damage there as the boom boom from the Shyvana is coming out, but Bro are damaging the Dragon, and they will secure it! Oh, they've denied the soul, as now that is a long trip for Young Jay to take, and he is going to be able to get out of there. That is finally a Killer Instinct being named somewhat correctly from Samba. And Bro just want to fight Chronicler. They did it.
So side lanes aren't real. Bot lane turret's still up.
Well, Morgan could be in trouble here. Does hit the Mega Gnar though. It's Teddy. He's thrown down the ultimate, but Samba's position is phenomenal. Teddy skates away. Samba tries to flash after him, and it's a double kill with an extendo beam from Teddy to just straight up end the fight.
And that looks amazing. It started off so well for Bro.
That was gonna be the Bro fight, and then all of a sudden, pop goes the front line. I wouldn't have asked you if I already knew.
Okay, well then
kind of
yes.
like the arcane quest.
Yes. No, it's
okay, yes?
It's a good carry champion, yeah. Has been known to carry
absolutely
some
fantastic.
Fights. It's stellar, really.
Nature is now grasping. Frog is going to find Polo here as well, who can't really do anything, but the Shyvana just explodes. It's a big Gnar onto Teddy. The Wallop is good as well, but Yehu is still an 80 carry. He's still in the fight, and he's still getting the work done, and Morgan is just going to vacate. The Dragon was secured, though, by the Bros. Polo, I feel, is always looking for an engage angle, but now he's possibly going to get engaged on. Grand Entrance does come in. The Bros just stand strong, and they're going to look for some poke angles. Sponge throws an E the wrong direction. Morgan is so terrifying, he even mind controls Sponge. Polu is going to burn him down, and now Frog is doing battle with Young Jay, but they've lost their jungler. Now Frog's on the wrong side of the rift. The Bros have bamboozled them. They've broken them, and Polu finds the engage. Teddy is going to have to look for it. It's a lot of damage with these rockets. Fate has really got to find some of these. Samba doesn't have the ulti anymore. And Frog is dashing away. These extendo beams, terrifying.
Oh, they TP. They're committing. This is all or nothing, Atlas.
And Morgan, look at that Naba. It is beautifully positioned. The Magnet Storm is exactly the same as Sponge. Just has to get out of there. Frog, he knows that there's going to be no way out. He has to go all in instead. And he is going to be destroyed. So the only real tank is going to be obliterated. And so is the Dragon. The woes of Shyvana will continue, I guess. As we are here in game number 2, there is no more smite. And the Bros are looking for a Baron. Teddy's trying to be annoying. The rockets are flying in. The knock up onto Polo. He does take a fair bit of damage.
I don't know. This is risky.
It is.
Definitely get the Nash. And yeah, the health bars are getting too low. They might get a Fur Dragon as well. Atlas Hextech.
Oh my god. The triple stack of the Electro Dragon. That is so powerful. And they are just going to wander on over there. Sponge still dead for another 17 seconds. And then whenever Samba hits these Ws, it's going to be even worse. As Nature's Grasp going to come in. CC there by Frog.
On the flank.
As Samba is able to flash out of the way of Pleta here. Finds himself at least a Void Seeker. Disengage cone comes down as the Bros trying desperately to get out. It looks like Young Jay not going to be so lucky. And there's also the Corki going down. It's a double kill for the Zeri as the Bros are scattering. House is going to connect. That might buy them a little bit of space. But Morgan, oh, he's going to have to be an absolute hero. Another Void Seeker to come in, but it doesn't really do much. And it's Polu, the hero. For his lord, he will sacrifice himself for his knight.
Bro, no, Atlas! They're going to TP and try to end in mid!
Wait, is this game over, Chronicler?
It might be!
It can't be Brover!
Not like this!
Not like this!
Not
There's
like
still
this.
a minute and a half on the Hextech goal that I was promised by the team as Morgan. He is going to at least do what he can here as Samba. He goes golden, that's well played. He does have the Killer Instinct as well, a fair bit of AoE, but that is a complete whiff on the Gnar from Morgan. His DRX goes off, but I think he's still, no, not dead yet. Finally, he does go down. Teddy's able to lock that one up as Fate not going to be able to protect the Nexus, and it's a 2-0 for DRX. And he did do some nice damage there as well, and shoutouts to Sponge actually, getting a fair bit done himself.